Why are you laughing at
The
Chuckles?
guy sitting in the back watching.
Well, I basically binge watched this show for the last day.
Just wanted you to know that it wasn't me that told Ezra about Malcolm. Hi, Malcolm. The one that leads to the pond.
Later.
Okay, well you have security cameras, right?
Hi everyone, this lighting is freaking whack, but welcome to Bookmas Day 12. We are here, we have made it. I originally was going to make this kind of a goals video, but then decided that I actually want to be a little bit mysterious this year and not share all my goals to the public. I feel like I kind of just want to slide like under the radar this year. And then you're going to see just like little accomplishments, hopefully, that I achieve. But yeah, I didn't feel like making a goals video this year. So I thought it'd be really fun to reorganize my bookshelf while I talk about just some things from this year. This is already pretty much red. That's red. Okay, orange. This is going to be like my talking about all the books in my bookshelf video. I can tell that there's going to be a lot of footage. So this will be interesting to edit within basically the next 24 hours because I don't want to be editing obviously on New Year's night. But 2025 was an interesting year for me. I will say I think my 20s have been phenomenal. Every year that I've had has just been so great, and I don't mean to say that in a gloaty kind of way, but I feel like this year, especially online, I've been seeing a lot of posts of people being like, oh my gosh, like this is how 2025 made me feel. It will be like a meme of Barbie crying with fire behind her. But I don't know, for me, I had a really good year, even though the second half of the year I wasn't working. Because it was a decision I made by myself, I feel like it was the best decision for me. Now, I will say that it wasn't always easy. I went through a couple of phases during this unemployment era where I was kind of like, why'd I do this? Or what am I doing? And it was a bit stressful. However, honestly, for my mental health, it was the right thing to do, and it just makes me really excited for what's to come in 2026. I am ready. I feel like I have a way better idea at what I want to do. Yeah, I'm just excited. But 2025 was really good. Some of the highlights of my year, honestly, seeing the Jonas Brothers was such a highlight. If you kind of know the lore for me, I don't remember what year Avril Lavigne came here, but I was supposed to go see Avril Lavigne a few years ago, and then literally got COVID right before the concert, and I was so devastated. And then when the Jonas Brothers last toured, I was supposed to go see them, and guess what? I got COVID again right before the concert. So it has just been a really unlucky run for me when it comes to concerts. So seeing the Jonas Brothers this year was so fun. I also went to my first music festival this year. I went to Blues Fest and saw Kate Trinata, which was super cool. One of my friends is a fan, and I didn't know anything about him beforehand, but honestly, his music was so boppin', and it was so fun. Also, I don't know where to put this book. I mean, I guess it's more yellow than purple. It's still crazy to think too, at the top of this year, I was still at Cangio. And then I had a whole nother life at another job, and now I entered the kind of freelancing / unemployment. I need to manifest more though that I am a freelancer. I think it's just hard to say you're a freelancer when you're not actively working, because in December I didn't have really any work that I was doing. So I feel like just saying freelance just sounds funny to me, but I need to start just putting it out there, obviously, and saying, yes, I'm a freelancer. Do I do rainbow all the way this way, or do I do it like this way? I don't know. Okay, I have a lot of blue books. Another highlight of my year was running my first 10K. That was absolutely just something that I could have never imagined doing even just a year ago. I guess I haven't really talked much about my running journey on here, but okay, maybe I'm actually gonna do rainbow, this bookshelf, and this bookshelf. I feel like that maybe makes more sense. I'm also really proud of hitting my reading goal this year. Now, I will say, I only hit my reading goal because I wasn't working. Like, that is just the honest truth of it all. I'm the type of person that when I am working full-time, I prioritize work, or, you know, my life just gets busier in general, so I don't prioritize hobbies like reading as much. So in 2026, whatever happens, because obviously the goal is to get back into the work world, I am still going to prioritize reading because it makes me really happy, and I just love immersing myself into stories. And I don't know, I think it's really good mentally to kind of escape into these stories. So I want to make sure I'm reading when life gets busy. That is a big priority for me. Okay, I need to start moving some of these books off. What else? I didn't do any travel this year. I went to the cottage, not our cottage, but we rented a cottage for our 10-year anniversary, so our 10-year dating anniversary. Slash, it was also kind of our late celebration for our 1-year wedding anniversary. But no big travel this year. I think because we did such a big trip the year before, and with the wedding and everything, we were like, let's not do any big travels this year. And it was really nice just to actually be at home. I haven't really thought about travel plans because without a job, you know, shouldn't be planning any, you know, big vacations. But at the top of my list is to go to Asia. I mean, that's been at the top of my list basically my whole 20s. Things just haven't been able to work out because of the pandemic, but I'm hoping to do that. And Switzerland's also on my list, but who knows? Next year, the only thing I really have planned is Montreal to see Ariana Grande. Speaking of Ariana, I mean, I saw Wicked. I was really excited to see Wicked because it had been a year since Wicked Part 1 came out, so it was super fun to see Wicked Part 2. What else? I'm trying to think of other standout movies that I watched this year. Oh, I watched this movie called Lost in Starlight on Netflix, which might have been one of my favorite movies of the year that I've seen. I'm trying to think. I mean, I have a letterbox, so maybe I'll put some of my favorite movies right here. I mean, it was kind of a pretty chill year, I'm not going to lie, but in the best way possible. Okay. That shelf is basically just blue books. For 2026, I will start shooting probably soon with my camera. If you didn't know, I do photography and I have 3 DSLR cameras, so I should be shooting on my camera. It's so convenient on your phone. It's just with AirDrop and everything, it's just so easy to do everything. That works. I've read this book, so I'll move that. That looks good. Wow. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful, stunning. Let's put thrillers together. Blue thrillers and blue love stories / dramas. We need to get a light bulb in this light over here so then this corner can be lit up better. Okay, I'm gonna only touch this bookshelf today because this video would be so long. No, guys, I have too many books, which is not a problem, but it kind of is. Oh, my favorite book, y'all. Sorry, that was kind of mean because if you know, this actually is one of my least favorite books of the year. The thing is too, I'm obsessed with this cover. I love this cover art so much. I really wanted to love this book, but I guess, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Not every book is going to be your favorite. I'm holding 2 books that are a perfect example. People watching I saw all over my social media during the fall. Don't really understand the hype about it. And The Silent Patient. It was an okay book, but it wasn't my favorite thriller, and I feel like this is a very overhyped book. So that's why in 2026, I'm trying to expand into more genres, but also expand beyond just book talk and like good read picks, or at least find books that people are talking about online that aren't as popular or I haven't heard of. Got my Twilight book. Okay, this shelf is going to be kind of miscellaneous. I also need to find a way to store my bookmarks, so if any of you have any ideas, let me know. That wasn't so bad. Okay, good thing I didn't do my whole shelf because honestly that would probably take me so long. But yeah, for 2026, I mean, I didn't really want to do a whole goals video. Some of my book goals for next year is to read more genres. So I talk about that in my TBR list video, so I won't go too much into details on that. I also want to read more diverse voices in stories, whether that be in the story itself or by diverse authors. I feel like I'm just on a journey to explore new stories, but before exploring new stories, I need to explore more for my own bookshelf, which is still exploring stories. Some of these stories I haven't even thought about in a really long time, so I'm excited. I am going to set a reading goal of 20 books this year. I feel like that's the perfect kind of in-between number. So 15 was my goal this year and I hit 25. So I feel like going at 20 would be the perfect number because say if I do get a job in the next month, I know I'm probably not going to be able to read 25 books this year. I just know myself, so I don't think I will. So I feel like putting it at 20 is still somewhat doable. That's almost 2 books a month, but not even 2 books a month. I think it's like 1.5, I guess. I suck at math, but 24 books is 2 a month, so it's almost 2 books a month. Okay, before we end this video, there were a couple of highlights that I did not mention in this video. One, at the beginning of this year, I got my book tattoo, so that was a big highlight. It's my 3rd tattoo that I have. I also returned to the ski hill this past winter, which was huge for me. So I grew up skiing my whole life. Then I stopped in my college years and I plan to go this year. I also celebrated 2 friends getting married this year, which was incredible. I also spent a lot of good time and quality time with friends. I feel so grateful that in my 20s I've just grown and developed and also maintained friendships with people that I've been friends with since childhood and also friends that I've made in my 20s. I feel like in general I just have really good people in my life who I love spending time with and who support me or who just, I don't know, bring out the best in me, which is so important and I'm so thankful for that. Oh my god, and I can't believe I keep forgetting this point because it's been also such a big one and it was something I forgot to mention in my intro video too, but I made my way back to photography this year, which was huge. Once I started working full-time, it kind of had to get put on the back burner because obviously I was working another job, but I started doing photography again, which was super fun and it's one of my biggest passions. And also I got an egg chair this year for my birthday, which was huge. That is a dream chair of mine and I absolutely love it. And we also got a barbecue this year and we barbecued a lot this summer, and by we, I mean Andrew, he did the barbecuing. And then of course, without getting too mushy, had incredible memories with Andrew this year. It was a really fun first year of marriage. I guess it was the first, well, at the beginning of this year would have been, we got married in May of 2024, so it's like been a year and a half of marriage, but it's been so wonderful. I'm also really proud of him. I'm going to try to keep the cheese low, but I am so proud of what he's accomplished this year, and I'm just so grateful to be his wife, and also so grateful to have both of our families in the city and we get to see them and spend lots of time with them. And yeah, okay, now let's end this video. I hope you enjoyed this last Bookmas video. Sorry it was maybe a little chaotic. I really had fun doing this Bookmas challenge. I really missed creating content because if you didn't know, I was just feeling a little burnt out in my job. Not even just my last job, but the one before that too. Social media has been such a love-hate relationship for me. I enjoy it so much and I love to create content, but sometimes it just gets overwhelming for me. So I'm trying to find in 2026 something that is a really good balance for me, where maybe I'm working more on a team or maybe a bigger company where there's more resources, or maybe exploring more freelance. I still want to explore that while I am unemployed for now. So if you have any opportunities, let me know. But thank you so much for watching my Bookmas. If you haven't watched the whole thing, feel free to catch up now. You maybe have a couple of days so you have to get back to work, and you can just put me on as background noise, or you can sit there and watch me intently. Whatever works best for you. I'm not going to force you to do anything. So I will see you in the new year. I will probably be taking a little break from posting, but I'm not leaving. So you will see me very soon. Oh, before I go, of course, I need to say a big thank you to everyone who has supported me here on YouTube, people from my Instagram. I feel like my Instagram community, I've built up quite a bit just in the last month. I am so thankful for the people on TikTok. Honestly, social media, so thankful for all the support there. And of course, I am super thankful for all the support in my life. I've had such support from the people in my life as well, which means so much to me. And yeah, I don't know. It's just, I feel so grateful that I have people that in my life that have told me that they've been watching my videos, and I just feel so loved and it just feels so special. So I'm really thankful. And again, thank you to all who are watching. And yeah, just feeling really grateful. And I'm really excited to see what 2026 brings. And yeah, I will see you in 2026. Happy New Year and enjoy the rest of your holidays. Bye, everyone.